Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's September 4th, 2014. It's 3:57 a.m. I just can't sleep, man, because a lot of rumors are flying right now, and I want to calm myself down, so I decided let's go ahead and record a podcast. We're talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's SHAZAM movie, okay? Yesterday, September 3rd, Dwayne tweeted out that he's going to be playing Black Adam in a SHAZAM movie. Now, let's back up. Let's go back to Man of Steel. Man of Steel was produced by and distributed by Legendary Pictures with Warner Brothers attached to it. Christopher Nolan, all that good stuff. All the big names were on the front of that movie. Well, fast forward till today, and understanding that from the end of Man of Steel, once Man of Steel had its run in theaters, and then once it released on home video, there was a lot of issues with money. And Legendary did not agree with how Warner Brothers, I guess you could say, divvied up the funds. Legendary Pictures wanted to get paid more. Obviously, Warner Brothers is just like Disney, and they're not giving you any more money, okay? A deal's a deal, take it or leave it, and Legendary Pictures, they left, they're gone. Now we have New Line Cinema, who is now teamed up with Warner Brothers Pictures, and New Line Cinema will be producing and distributing this SHAZAM movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, before we even continue with that, I just wanted to make sure I cleared up that. But before we even talk about all this stuff, let me read something from you, okay? This is from Toby Emmerich, and this is the president of New Line Cinema. And the New Line Cinema guy, what he's trying to do is talk to Entertainment Weekly about this SHAZAM movie and about The Rock, okay? So listen to this. Here it is. It feels to me like SHAZAM will have a tone unto itself. It's a DC comic, but it's not a Justice League character. And it's not a Marvel comic. The tone and the feeling of the movie will be different from the other range of comic book movies. Now, from what I just read, nowhere in there did Toby from New Line Cinema, the president, say that SHAZAM is not going to be part of the DC Comics cinematic universe. Nothing in there says that. Now, I'm going to go back down and I'm going to read something else, okay? It says, SHAZAM will have a sense of fun and a sense of humor, but the stakes have to be real. Black Adam is a complex character. The villain in superhero movies is often, I think, what makes the movie. And I thought Dwayne's take on the character and the way that he saw Black Adam was really compelling and fun. Once again, Toby's not saying anything. He's not saying anything about SHAZAM being separate from Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Justice League. What he is stating for a fact is that DC Comics, Warner Brothers Pictures, New Line Cinema, and whoever else is going to get into this game, they have an established Justice League. And that Justice League is a team of the following superheroes: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash. You also have the possibility of Aquaman and Cyborg, and that's pretty much it. Those are your top 7. There isn't going to be any added on. Later on, after Justice League, okay, we might see more things happening. Either a superhero dies, one takes his place, or we just introduce more and more. We don't know how it's going to happen, man, but Zack Snyder is in control of this. He is the director. Okay, he is the one that is overseeing all this, man. And like I always say, man, in Zack Snyder we trust. We put our money into this guy. We've supported him since 300, through Watchmen. And even when we were cringing through Sucker Punch, we got through it. Okay, even though we wanted to say, give me a refund, we still got through it and everything was okay. That's going to be the same situation here. If you thought that SHAZAM was going to be part of Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League, well, let me just say this. pass it to the left so that I can take a little hit of what you're smoking. And so I can get on your level. Because I never thought that was going to happen. First off, I know very little about Black Adam, but I know a lot about Shazam. Shazam is Superman. He's a kid that turns into an adult, and the adult has the same powers as Superman. Except, with a little bit of electricity here or there, or beams that he can shoot out his hands, or however that happens. But he can fly. He has a cape. He's a grown man with a very square chin. He's Superman, okay? Let's just be honest with that. Now, when you have Superman and Superman on the screen together, we saw how that works out, okay? We don't need to go back to Christopher Reeve, all right? God bless and God rest his soul, man. But we don't need to go back there. We've done that. We've seen that. It would be awesome to see Bizarro. Don't get me wrong, but we need to steer clear of that for right now. Let's just establish the cinematic universe. Let's get the characters on screen, and then we worry about everything else. Let me tell you what's happening right now, okay? Just to kind of catch you guys up and help you understand and grasp this concept. There is huge money right now in any comic book franchise. So, Warner Brothers, Marvel, Disney, DC Comics, every single studio is trying to produce something. Now, we know that Marvel has, an 8 to 10 year lead on everybody. And while they're taking all day to put out movies, DC Comics, Warner Brothers Pictures, New Line Cinema, they're not doing that. What they're doing is, which is brilliant to me, you're going to have 2 to 3 movies from DC Comics coming out. And they're not all going to fall underneath and have, DC Comics and Warner Brothers Pictures watching them. No, they're going to pass it over to a team at a very established, production studio, network studio, TV studio, whatever, movie studio. They're going to pass it to New Line Cinema, which had, hits like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer and all those other, thousands of hundreds of different Wes Craven stuff, man. They have a success rate that is ridiculous, man. I think they even did what's it called? Not the Saw, but what is it called, man? When you're trying to I can't even think of it, man. You're on the highway and then you see a premonition and you almost die. Final Destination. There you go. New Line Cinema's Final Destination. I remember that, So they're doing good, man. They're doing absolutely excellent. And, what's going to be kind of cool is why Zack Snyder is out there filming Batman v Superman and Justice League. You have another studio that's filming Shazam. You have another studio that's filming the Sandman character, who I don't even know what that is. Last time I saw Sandman was on that Guardians movie, and not Guardians of the Galaxy, but the Guardians movie, the cartoon movie about Santa Claus and the Sandman and Easter Bunny and all that, whatever that was called. Guardians, it was not Guardians of Gaul. I wish they would come back out with that one, but it's not. But everything's going to be fine, ladies and gentlemen. Don't read too much into it, and don't go to sites, and I think I put a video up before about this, man. Don't go to those sites that just love to put up headlines to get you to click, man. Because those sites are liars, man. They're absolutely liars. And let me tell you something else, man. The thing about The Rock, man, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he's been like this since I'd say maybe G.I. Joe. I'd say ever since G.I. Joe, I think that's when I saw him really get into this whole... No, excuse me, let me take that back. Hercules. Hercules was the time that you saw Dwayne The Rock Johnson start taking things to social media and social networking and Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all this other stuff, Hulu, whatever you got going on there. The reason why you saw that announced today, and the reason why you didn't hear it from Warner Brothers Pictures or from DC Comics, they take forever to do things. So inside of Dwayne's contract, he has that social media clause, man. And that's something that you got to just go research it, man. That's something that he has been pushing for, because the general audience is what is going to, make your movie successful. And if he, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, can get people talking, and he can get get things trending and people talking about it all day, and get, ABC, CBS, MSNBC, all these people talking about the product, then that makes the studio more comfortable And then they'll be a little bit less hesitant to take all day long reporting on stuff. And I understand it from, a perspective of money and income and capital and all that good stuff. I understand it. I really, really do. But it just gets annoying after a while. I'm not done. I'm going to pause here and go. We're going to go to part 2 after this. Guys, keep listening, man. Go to part 2, man.